You got a single family rental and you're looking to turn it into a co-living or pad split type of property. But how do you set it up? In this video, we're going to show you what are the room standards, how to set up the rooms to be co-living or pad split model, and then what's the best rates to charge in a given market. I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes in a private call that we have with some people from Padsplit in our coaching group, and we're going to kind of answer some of these questions around room standards and maximizing your ROI on room rates. Hope you get some value out of it.
So some pad split standards, we want to be able to at least be well-rounded in educating you on pad split. This is an example of a room that can get you live on the platform. These are some of the requirements along the left-hand side that you need per room that you really want to focus on. You need 2 points of egress per room, 8 foot being the smallest wall, the shortest wall, and 80 square feet. With smoke detector, a full-size bed at minimum, a 4-to-1 bedroom bath ratio. And this gets into kind of nitty gritty to electrical plugs. If you have a closet, you don't need a dresser. If you don't have if you don't have a closet, you could do a dresser as an alternative. This is a hanging closet rack on the right-hand side. The people that are moving into pad splits understand that they're not getting comforters. This is an Airbnb. This is literally how you could present your property. But there's other ways to make more money that you can focus on. All of these data points or all these features will generate you more on a weekly basis per room. So if one of your rooms is a private ensuite, you're looking at potentially a $70 increase. So if we're starting at $200, you're at $270 for that one room. If you're in a bigger room, then that's $285. If you have a bigger room and you put a bigger bed, at that point, then you're crossing possibly the 300 threshold. So these are all little things that we want to take a look at when assessing your property to see what each individual room could potentially generate that can max out what you can rent these rooms for. And this is an example of one of our properties where we are kind of staying focused on the items that could make you more money and then dressing it up so that we can appeal to a greater audience that are looking for a nice premium room. Want to say anything?
Well, this is the ideal photo and an image of the standard. I usually share this with my host and my investors. It's probably not your situation, right? But if you had to stay in this room, if your answer you would stay in this room is that you're doing a good job on the product side. If you look at your own product and you say, I would not stay here, go back and put a little bit of more love in there, right? Because ultimately we want to create a longer member satisfaction, and we create that by providing comfort, by providing a space that is cozy, and they want to live there long term. So, and again, if you yourself wouldn't stay there, okay, we got to kind of go back into it and put a little more. And these are not rooms that are going to cost you tons, right? We have several investors from the short-term rental space moving their assets into our space right now. And they share with us their average on creating a bedroom is between $5,000 to $7,000. And Padsplit is not necessarily requiring you to do that. So we were looking for material and bedding that is durable, right? I love IKEA, but IKEA might not last a really long time with a lot of movement. So we're looking for things that, and again, are durable, that look with good quality and can last a long time for you, so you don't find yourself replacing things often. We always recommend queen beds if you can do it, because some rooms are probably 8x10 where the queen bed will take over the entire room, and now it's not a good idea to put a queen bed right there. So this is an example of a potential house. So we like to do these exercises so you can kind of get your wheels turning. So when you work with us, what we're going to want you to do for us is create a floor plan of your home. We will guide you on how to do that, right? Well, this is a real life example of an investor that we're currently working with, and this is the floor plan that was shared with us. Remember, we require every single room to be at least 8x10. We need 2 egresses, 1 exterior egress, 1 interior egress, and 4-to-1 for every 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom ratio. So when you look at this floor plan, how many potential rooms additionals do you see creating in this space? No wrong answers.
2, I think, right? least 2 rooms. Where's the garage? It's more there too.
Not pictured. We have here the potential of, I believe, 4 more rooms.
Nice.
And it is a little bit of expanding on the closet to make it bigger. It's also utilizing this backspace bathroom to now get a private bathroom out of here and to now generate $70 more. And then to cut into this room to create a hall because it has more than enough space to create this hallway. And you have the egress to make a room. It's spread out evenly enough for you to do this. So you have a total of 7 bedrooms, 2 public, 1 private bath in the property.
With original being.
It was a 1.
So would you have to have a 1-story house to be the ideal, candidate for this?
It
How are you going to put an egress on the 2nd story,
our set. Okay, so we have 2 2-floor homes, and the rest of them are 1 floor. None of the 2 floors are in Orlando, by the way. They're in Jacksonville. And then the smallest property being about over 1,000 to 1,100 square feet, with an ADU. So that one ultimately turned into a 6-bedroom, 3-bath. It's more the layout and the windows, because if most of your rooms, let's say your house is squared, it's more of a square home, and most of your rooms are in the middle of the house, you don't have much space, or maybe your bonus spaces are in the middle of the house. You don't have much space to create additional bedrooms because you're missing out the egress portion of it, the windows. So most of your rooms are going to be built along the outside of your house.
And Jake, in cities like Baltimore, Philly, there's tons of row homes. They have 3-4 floors. It works too. So it's not just a single story home. Multi-floors properties are absolutely valid and they work very well. We just need to make sure that egress, it's a functional window. A human should be able to utilize this window to exit in case of fire, emergency, earthquake, whatever that looks like. You're muted.